So, sorry students, I was just interrupted. So let's start with this example again. So we have this copying machine, as I said. So how do we copy the contents? As I said, it's something like this. We have a string A, B, B, and the successive blanks here. Okay. And if you look at the strategies, start reading the string, keep this blank as it is and move towards right. Now, when you move towards right, I said you can have either A or you can have B. If you read A, you should write A at the end. If you read B, you should write B at the end. So whatever you read, you have to write it onto the tape. That's what is copying. So let's convert this small a into a capital A. So this is why it's for you to remember that you have finished reading the string. Move ahead, keep this blank as it is, move to the next blank, and remember what did we read was A, write A. Move back again, convert. Now where will you move back up to? Up to the first capital letter while moving towards left. Now again you find this capital A. Keep it as it is, move towards right. This small b will now be converted into a capital B and keep on moving ahead till you find the next first blank after the mid one. Now here what did we read was B. So what will we write here is B. Again move back till the first capital letter you come across, the recent one. Keep it as it is, move towards the right. Do you still have some small symbols? Yes. So continue your process. What do you have here again? A small b. As per the strategy, we will convert this into a capital B. Keep this blank as it is, skip the symbols in between, or rather keep on reading them till you come across this blank. The next first blank. What did we read? B. So what will we write here is B. Now move back again. Keep this blank as it is, move towards left. As per the strategy, we have encountered the recent capital letter here. Keep it as it is and move towards right. Now on the right, we don't have any more small a or small b, but we directly have a blank. The minute we have a blank here after this capital letter, what does that mean? We have finished copying the entire string here. Now, as I said, the original string should remain on the tape as it is. So what shall we do is keep this blank as it is. You can see here it's written move towards left. And while moving towards left, you can look at this part. All A's, capital A's will be converted into small and all capital B's will be converted into small alphabets. So this will be converted back to small b, this again back to small b, and this again to small a. So ultimately you have a double b, a blank in between, and another a double b on the tape. So this is how we copy. So the string can be of any length. If you use this machine, it will copy the entire string onto the tape. So this is how your copying machine works. So let's start. I'll just read this out machine for you. Replace this blank and move towards right. Either you have A or B, whatever it is, converted into a capital letter. Keep on reading those A's and B's in between and keep on moving towards right. This is the mid, the center blank or the first blank that you're supposed to leave it as it is and move towards right. And then the next first blank you find, you have to write your character there, either A or you can write it as B, depending what you have read earlier. So keep on doing this, repeating this cycles until and unless you have finished writing the entire or copying the entire string onto the tape. And as I said earlier, again convert the capital letters back into small and retain your original contents. Okay, now let's move to the next example or the next part. The next part is, yes, a very important question. This has been repeated many times in your question papers. This actually computes what is called as n mod 2. Now, suppose if the number is 5. What's 5? It's an odd number. If you divide 5 with 2, naturally the remainder has to be 1. But if you take the number as 6, a natural number 6, and if you divide it with 2, the remainder is supposed to be 0 or will be 0. So hence, if it's an odd number, the remainder will be 1. If it's an even number, then the remainder will be 0. Now, how would you represent 0 onto the tape? If you remember, I said 1 will be represented with 1, 2 will be represented with 2 ones, 3 will be represented with 3 ones, and so on. But now here, we want to represent a 0 onto the tape. Remember, 0 cannot be represented with the scheme that we have chosen. Here, a series of successive blanks, that is nothing onto the tape, simply means a 0. So let's move with this or start with this example. Let's see how to do it. So let's take a number or an odd number, say the number is 5. So this is 5 onto the tape. Now what we shall do is, first of all, we'll start reading this blank. Keep it as it is. The very first idea is to make out or find out whether this number is odd or whether it is even. Now how will you know whether it is odd or even? Obviously by counting these ones. So how do we count? We read it: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So what is this? 5, odd. Suppose if it would have been 6 or 8 or 10 or 12, it will land into the, or it would find out, or it would, we would make it out as even number. Now the problem here is, if I start reading and counting from left to right, and if I find a blank and if I make out that the string is odd, I will erase this. I'll convert all these while reading into blanks, and since it's an odd, I will write down the solution here, which is the remainder 1. But the thing is, the remainder lies somewhere ahead, and we had our original string which started from here. So we want the answer to reside at this place and not at this place. Hence, what is the simple change that we make here is, so instead of counting it from left to right, we will count it from right to left. Now, in order to move from right to left, first of all, we have to reach the extreme right end. And for that sake, how do we start? Initially, the tape head is at this blank. Here, we keep it as it is and move towards right. So we are here. Remember, our right now aim is only to reach the rightmost end. How do you know it's a rightmost end? By when you encounter this blank. So start reading. So you can look at this part of your machine. Read those ones. Keep on reading those ones and keep on moving towards right till you come across the last blank. So you read this first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth. Just keep on reading. Don't worry about whether they're even numbers or odd. And ultimately, when you reach this blank, keep it as it is and move towards left. So you are now again at this place. Now here your counting starts. While you move back from right to left, erase those ones or convert them into black and keep on moving towards the left. So the minute we are here right now, the first one will be converted into blank, and now we are at this state. The next one will be converted into a blank, and now we are again here. Again we convert this one into a blank, and we are in this state. And again we convert this one into a blank, and we are here. And again we convert this one into a blank, and we are here. And there are no more ones but a blank. So where were we? Let's check. For the first one we went here. For the second here. Third, fourth, and ultimately fifth we are here. So obviously this state represents odd, whereas this state represents even length string or even number. Remember, if you finish reading your ones in this state, that means the number is odd. If you finish reading it in this state, it means it is even. So if you end up finding that your number is even, simply keep that blank as it is and directly land into the halt state, and you will find there is nothing onto the tape, only blanks, and that's what is understood to be as 0. But if it is odd, so we were here, our string was odd, what were we supposed to do? Keep this blank as it is and move towards right. So we are at this place, and this blank will be converted into 1. So we will write 1 here, and then we will halt. So remember, if you have an odd number, you end up writing 1 onto the tape, and if you have even number, you only have blanks onto the tape, showing that the remainder is 0. So a very important question from your exam's point of view. You should know how to draw it. There are many interesting examples also, like you can design a Turing machine for finding two's complements. So maybe in the next lectures or maybe in your notes, I'll be providing the solutions for those. Okay, my dear friends, students, we have finished learning what is computable Turing machines. Now, the only part that we have left out is the combining Turing machines and the variants of Turing machines that we will be learning in the upcoming lecture. Thank you once again.